Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 16th episode of Local Horizon Season 1. This one's titled Return of the Goblin King. Oh boy. So I kind of been expecting this type of thing to happen at last. Last episode, though, we were attacked by some, amphibious creatures. I forget the name that they gave them at the end of the episode, but, yeah, I didn't expect them to be the reason that everything kicked off. The episode was called Attack. It was like, okay, they're going to be talking about the dungeon, probably. But it also felt like something might happen. I expected maybe something on the palace, maybe something of that nature, but no, it was the beach team, essentially, the training camp. They were attacked by a huge army of these amphibious monsters. I don't quite know why they flared up, but I know the goblin stuff was kind of expected. They've been talking about the goblins before. They're talking about a lot of the demi-human stuff and how they're, amassing again. It's quite possible that maybe that's why the third use of the World Fraction spell that we learned about in episode 14, maybe this is why the third use was actually wanted, is because now we have a new threat that's coming, and that's what we need our adventures and stuff here for. Quite why they need that, I don't know. There's still some what's the word I'm looking for here? There's still some unknown factors when it comes to what that third usage actually was meant for and who did it. But this seems like something that we kind of need it for at this point. Maybe it is just because they need adventurers there 24/7, instead of the very limited times that most players would have. And most players will log on for an hour or two, maybe a day at most, whereas actually we need them 24/7 throughout the day. So, but yeah, the goblin stuff was kind of expected based on all the conversation we had, especially with demi-humans and stuff, and the wars beforehand, which prompted the use of the spells in the first place. But either way, Minori and her group are doing much better now that they've actually sat down, talked to each other, they learn about each other's abilities, they can now strategize and use formations and stuff properly, and as a result, we're clearing the dungeons and doing very well against bosses as well, so everything's going brilliantly, and her telling Shiroi of all this is also helping to calm him down and to get his head back in the game, because he was starting to get a bit distraught over all the information we got from Regan. And he's like, there's so much here, and this could be so pivotal, especially the whole revival thing. So this kind of grounded him a bit, and was like, okay, one thing at a time, let's focus. And that kind of helped him out a little bit there. Now this attack, I don't think is going to be too bad, since we have multiple level 90s here. The only problem with these monsters is just sheer volume. We are plenty powerful enough to take out these monsters, provided they are still the level 20 to 30 monsters that we alluded to that they would be. As long as they're not too much more powerful than that, some level 90s working together should be able to do just fine against them, provided we can whittle the numbers down. But we need to tell Shiroi anyway, because otherwise we just need to let him know what's going on and to prepare an option if we need him, although I don't know how quickly we can get there on short notice. I mean, with the Griffin flying, it can't be too far of a journey, I don't think, but we'll see. But yeah, Return of the Goblin King implies there was a Goblin King before, and maybe he's back. I mean, that tracks, right? So I guess we'll see what ends up happening. But it means, I assume the goblins are going to be an issue as well then, because these amphibious things aren't goblins. They're water goblins. They're the water demi-humans. So I guess the goblins are also going to be a problem. In which case, that'll be a two-pronged attack, right? The goblins from the land, these fish people from the sea. Let's hope there's not something in the sky, otherwise we're truly fucked. But I guess we'll see what ends up happening. So, loading up the episode here. As per usual, these are time-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture actions I do on the channel, which is everything from this season and future seasons. So backdated shows, Patreon quest shows, such as Local Horizon. Also movies, we have Wolf Children just got up recently, so you can check that one out along with your name. There'll be the poll for April that should be up right now as you're watching this. The April poll should be up. I am very late to putting that up. I normally put it up at midnight on April, but I'm It's 1 a.m. April 1st, and I'm a bit late, but it'll go up as planned. By the time you're watching this, it's already up. Yeah. But here on YouTube, we have to do time based. So, bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Now, play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We'll watch this one on Funimation, since they're the ones who licensed it, and I can review it here in the UK. We have the Funimation logo to start, so about 7 seconds logos, give or take. Then we're into the episode. You use screen flash on my face all the way to tell me I'm transitioning. Pay attention to this part of my headset as well, it's very reflective and should give it away as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the next episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Formation, cheers. Here we go. Right, these weird things. RP time. So we're holding on for now. It's just numbers that's the problem. Again, I don't know why there's that hair strand in all that. It seems like it could be important, but who knows. Alright, here we go. Pine goblins. How is that? The Goblin King. People running about. Few thousand, Jesus. Okay. That's a large force then. What's west-southwest? More than likely. Makes sense. Oh, they're called blue goblins, okay. How fucking... I can't say that word. No chance is a coincidence. Yeah. Hmm. That's the emergency backout plan. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Whew. Mm-hmm. Okay. Twice a year, okay. Mm-hmm. But no one's been doing that since we've arrived in this world. Hmm. Yep. Which is probably what we got here. We've completely forgotten about that event. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Right. The Izumo Knights, was that them? Right, but they're missing, right? Hmm. Right. Hmm. Well, they can be revived at least, but... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Jesus Christ. Hmm. Oh boy. Where are they all converging? Oh, okay. Hmm. Where are they heading? To fuel their further conquest. Hmm. Hmm. This is an actual war. Yeah. Hmm. Well, right. Hmm. Yep. About the revival. Is that what we're gonna say? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We don't have enough information. That's why he's hesitant. Oh, and you died in some of them. Hmm. What ones? Yep. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Not on the surface, at least. Well, you don't know if it's just a small portion here and there, or if it's going to get exponential. You know. As if it's that easy. Mm. Mm-hmm. There are great consequences to this. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. That's just mean. Okay. Buy time. Hmm. Right. You really won't. Okay. Not protecting something, we're attacking something. Okay. A little distinction. It's like, oh, we happen to save you? Sure, whatever. We're hunting these goblins. We don't care about you, we're just hunting goblins. No, good little distinction there, actually. Kind of dropped the issue of him not being able to be added to the friends list, though, didn't we? Just gonna leave that open for now. Sure, that's not going to come back to bite us eventually. Alright, we're not going to see the next time on because that's spoilers. So yeah, this one, the next title, and the last episode of today that we'll be watching just after this one. A lazy, cowardly princess. Interesting. I guess that's going to be focusing back on the princess then. Obviously. I wonder why that title though. Perhaps she doesn't like that perception of herself and she wants to be more proactive. Maybe that's part of it. I wonder. Makes me think though that we're going to have a bit more focus on the politics side back at the palace. That's what it makes me think of. Actually, would be kind of good if we did focus a bit more on that, because that will actually make it a better end point. Because I don't want to get midway into the fight and then have to stop and wait for another week or however long it ends up taking. But at the same time, you know, kind of my own fault for getting so far behind. I know, but still. Yeah, another good episode. Let's mark that off as complete because I always forget. There we go. Yeah, another very, very good episode. I like that they're using like events from the game that are well known, and how, yes, these events, just because we're not engaging in them doesn't mean these events aren't going to happen without us doing it, and having that stipulation of that is kind of clever. Again, it's all part of the living, breathing world that this series has created, right? Like, every mechanic, every world choice, every faction has backstory and history that makes sense to why they are the way they are, and why events will rush forward and stuff like that. So, it's honestly brilliant of the show to have this depth in it. Like, a lot of isekai series might not have that same level of depth. For example, SAO. As much as I love the Aincrad arc, and I think it is the best part of SAO was the Aincrad arc, and it's a shame it didn't get a full 24 episodes just focused on that. I know the movie, what's the name of that movie? I forget the name of it, but it's the one that covers more of the Aincrad arc, right? Although I think it's from Asuna's perspective, right? I think it's more based from her perspective. Progressive, was that the name of it? I think it's Progressive. The problem with Aincrad arc, and what ultimately stops it from being one of my more favourite shows, ultimately, in SAO, aside from the characters being what they were, the world was never really that vivid, because it's like we went in like 4 episodes and we're already like through like over half the dungeon. It's like there's so much more to unpack there. There's so much like world to explore, and it was honestly just a disappointment not to have it. Whereas Log Horizon here, 16 episodes in, we have so much world that is still going, and there's still mysteries like, why is he not on the friends list? What happened to this world magic that caused this third time? Why was it invoked? We're starting to see some of the precursor like foreshadowing for the goblin side of things, because they were kind of foreshadowing it early on. So I feel like it's just going to keep amping up, and every little detail they add is going to be foreshadowing to something in the future, which makes me think the idea of not being able to be added to a friends list, something is going to be very important about that in future. I don't know how far in the future, probably after or during the very end of the goblin stuff, but I guess we'll see what ends up happening with that. I don't think this goblin stuff is the final arc of the show. I think there'll be one more arc after this, if I had to guess. Can they stretch this out for another, what is it going to be, 9 episodes? I don't think this entire Goblin thing will stretch out another 9 episodes. Maybe another 4 or 5, leaving us another 4 or 5 to actually have a mini arc towards the end of it. Maybe returning back to the idea of what caused the apocalypse in the first place. That's going to be how I'd structure it. But I guess we'll see. This Goblin arc might be a lot more impactful than we kind of let on. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, another good episode, and I'm excited to see the next one. We'll be doing that today, obviously. Since I said this was Log Horizon Day, we got no other shows today, apart from the pre-screenings, which I'm not watching until the day they actually air, because none of my subscription services actually had the pre-screenings. It was all on, I don't even know where to watch those other ones. I assume they were on some website somewhere in Japan, but I don't actually know where any of them were. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the ones per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see the next episode, which will be straight after this one again. For 4 episodes in one day, it feels pretty good, actually. It feels good to like binge a show again. It's been a while since I've done something like this. Like we did, we binged the ending of School Live yesterday. We're going to binge the end of Symphogear on tomorrow, actually, on Friday. We're going to binge the final 3 episodes of Symphogear after Laid Back Camp. And then we'll either do some more Local Horizon on Saturday, or we'll finish off Cells of Work Code Black on Saturday. I'm not quite certain which one it's going to be, but I'll let you guys know. So, look forward to that. Some more Spring 2021 shows coming up. End of this week, so this weekend and next week are going to be a start of a lot of spring shows, so look forward to those. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.